la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I left Malta for Sicilia at the end of 2014. Afterwards, we returned to Russia, where a number of my Oriental poetic films appeared. Short after, I got to know that the Russian cultural missionary Oleg Spartakovich Beglov, who had appointed an audiencia for me, accidentally perished on the Italian Isle. It was a strike for us, but the motives sounded transparent. My Arabian dynasty had been fully welcomed at Maghreb and at the zone of the Middle Sea. But there was a lucky circumstance about all the plot. Two monuments dedicated to Akhmatova and Pasternak appeared in Sicilia back then. In their late period of creativity, both of Russian lyricists received literary prizes in Sicilia, Etna-Taормina and Messina. So, as soon as my poetic films of Akhmatov and Pasternak, The Clay of Magic Sounds, or Those Contours Will Not Quench Within, had gotten international literary prizes at Manhattan, their bas-reliefs, the memory boards, appeared at the Middle Sea zone that I had just visited and met the heads of local states there, not far away from the Russian chapel of Paul the Emperor, described by Mark Aldanov. Along with Bunin, Zeitlin, and Nabokov, this American prosaist and the founder of the New Journal of New York became my protagonists. The New Journal of New York publicated back then my upscooped epochs, my poetic cycle within that spell of time. By Andrei Bely, Boris Bugaev, a Russian lyricist of the Silver Age. An excerpt from Tunisian Letters, an English poetic rendition by Anna Polibina-Polansky. That winter in Tunisia was white, stood mansions so glossy, enigmatic. There was a palm with fluffy dates. At sight, white sparks were spreading so up to the attic. From cherry trees there dribbling was the tar. Bright carpets covered galleries of art. There I wore fesca and gold shoes long-nosed. The emerald of bays was so close, ultramarine were shadows from roses, and Kairouan and Biskra were not far. Those places travelled Bunin, Gumilov, so Africa looked vast, inviting, precious. The desert was what yet had to be learned. The ancient genres did lie by chance in ashes. The orange branches carved fishers' huts. Those contrasts overwhelmed. The villas' asters kept ruins of old cities, dust and mud. At those mosaic temples, covered plaster, a cactus did conceal a port of boats. There roved sheep and so hasting mountain goats. In Nguapts the dozed Belvedere, au Maxularades, pearls de la mer, Marabu murmuring of Le Berber, Hamsin, a scolding wind out of the desert, blew unto us the pilgrims from afar. Ambrosia did serve to our pleasure, white tocant clay doors ever are ajar. Steep were the cliffs above the turquoise waves, all beckoning and raving were the caves. The breeze was surfing at the Middle Sea. That's how the wintry landscapes briskly seemed. La 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 la